animate it, profit from it, and flip it. What does that even mean? Well, actually it's pretty simple, and it kind of goes back to something that I used to do some time ago. Now, the point here is using Animatio means that you can bring old sites back to life. You can build new sites by all means, but you can bring old sites back to life. And there's a very good chance that you have a number of them. A number of sites or blogs that perhaps you built some time ago that have kind of fallen out of favor because, you know, perhaps they're not that inspiring, they're not that modern, they don't have the animation that many new themes, many new page builders use, and you really can't be bothered to mess about changing themes, switching to the next page builder. You don't have the time, you don't have the inclination, and perhaps you don't have the money to you know, put these sites back in the state that they really should be, in a state that would inspire people to actually buy from you, buy products from you, buy through your affiliate link. But the reality is, with Animatio, you can do all that. You can get that engagement back, and you can do it in minutes. You've seen how quickly the application works. I mean, right there on your page, you've got that app, you can drag it over, you can click on any element, any div, you can animate it, and you can engage people. People are drawn to that movement. So they're going to be drawn to your pages, they're going to engage with any elements that you've animated, and there's a very good chance you'll be able to get those sites making money once again. It's really that simple. It really is. And you don't have to mess about changing themes. You don't have to mess about switching to the next page builder. Now, what I'm getting at here is by being able to tweak those old sites, even build new sites, you can start making money quicker. You can get engagement. People are going to be more inclined to buy through your sites. And that means that you'll have a passive income from your existing sites, from your new sites. It doesn't really matter, but you'll have that passive income, and you'll have it a lot quicker. And when you have a site with passive income, you can sell it. Okay, so what you can do with Animatio here is you can install it on a site. You can animate any page, any post, anything you like throughout the whole of the site. You can leave that plugin on the site, and you can sell it. Now you can sell it to somebody else with everything installed, all the animation in place, and you can sell sites that make money, passive income sites, any kind of site that makes money. You can sell it for an awful lot of money. In fact, you can sell it for, well, in my experience, 12 times what you make a month. So if you make $1,000 over the period of a month, then you can sell that site for $12,000. Now, I'm not just saying this. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some proof of that. Now, I've made over $163,000 doing just that. Now I will say, when I did this, I didn't have Animatio, so I'm not going to say that it was all down to Animatio. What I'm going to say is these sites made a passive income, and you'll be able to get your old sites or your new ones making a passive income a lot quicker with Animatio because of that engagement. That optical flow, it draws people's eyes, their vision to that movement. It's a human trait, they can't avoid it. So you're going to make more money when you have Animatio and animation on your pages, on your blogs, on your posts, on your sales pages. Simple as that. Now take a look at this. So let's take a look. This is my Flipper account, and you can see there are a number of sites. Actually, there's quite a few sites that I've actually sold. The biggest one's $77,000. Okay, so you know, I will say that these were making quite a lot of money on a monthly basis. So you know, they weren't just making a couple of $100 or anything silly like that. But having said that, there's a bunch of them in here. Say this one here, for example, is making $1,200. This one sold for $1,200. Sorry, there's a bunch of them that are kind of under $1,000. But a lot of them sold for well over $1,000. You know, there's one here for $2,300. In total, you know, I mean, most of these sites were put together in days, to be honest with you. Not the big ones, obviously not the big ones. They were making a good deal of money, but you know, these sites here, I remember this one, for example. It sold for $1,200, and I actually outsourced that. It cost me $30 to have put together, and I don't think it was even making that much money. It probably made a couple $100 in total. And you know, selling that for $1,200, it was built specifically to sell, and so were an awful lot of these sites. But you can see the potential here if you have a site that makes money. You know, what you make from flipping a site really depends on how much that site's making on a monthly basis. But most of these were set up specifically to actually flip and you know, make a small income spike. Some of them were small income spikes, some of them were, you know, pretty large. But you know, it kind of depends on how much you make. But with developers' rights, you have that potential. So you know, if you do have a site that starts to make some money, you can flip it. If you have an old site that you really don't want to be bothered with anymore, you know, spend 10 minutes on it with Animatio, install Animatio, just sharpen it up, just edit it, get that engagement back, start selling, and then flip it. You know, you don't want that site anymore. Turn it into a small passive income and then flip it on here. And yeah, let me show you a couple of them, and you can see that, yeah, I really did make $163,000 actually flipping sites here on Flipper. So you can see that one there, $77,000. Again, this one was making a great deal of money, but you can see here $163,160 flipping sites on Flipper. So you know, I'm not going to say that you're gonna jump straight over here and you're going to make $77,000 from one site. Really depends on the amount of money you actually make from that site, and you know what it's making kind of passively. But you can actually flip sites that are not making that much money at all. You know, providing they're making some money, you can sell them and you will find buyers for them. Okay, so you've seen that, you've seen the proof. Now, if you scroll down just under this video, take a look at the details under this page, you'll see that we're offering you developers' rights. I know from you know, my own personal experience when I started, I used to wonder, you know, why on earth would anybody want developers' rights? What's the point? The point here is the fact that you can sell your sites, as I've already mentioned. You can sell your sites with our package on board. So you can get your sites animated, and then you can sell them with our plugin on board, and we'll continue to support it. So all of the animation that you've put in place, the animation that's helped you to actually produce that passive income, that stays there, and the plugin stays there, and the support. So your plugin on somebody else's site, after you sold it, it's still supported. So it means that you can put these sites, you can rework your sites, you can edit your sites, you can get them making a passive income, and you can quickly sell them, and you can do it all with Animatio on board. So it's not going to blow up in the new customer's face, you know, when they get your site and all of a sudden they can't have Animatio on board. You can sell everything with our package on board. It continues to be supported, and of course, you know, on top of that, with developers' rights, there's nothing stopping you actually going out and animating other people's sites for them. Now, you can charge a great deal of money from this. You know, there's an awful lot of people, both online marketers and offline businesses, that need that visual impact. They need certain aspects of their site to be noticed. And you know, with Animatio, it's so easy to do. So you know, with developers' rights, you can flip those sites. You can flip the whole site with our package on board. We'll continue to support it. But on top of that, you can offer animation as a service. So you can offer it on Fiverr. You can outsource it on so many different outsourced platforms like Upwork, for example. Or you can just work for local clients and animate their sites. And by offering a service like this, you can charge as much as you like. You know, it's really as simple as that. Most people, they don't know how to do this stuff, and if you had to do it through code channels, it would be an absolute nightmare. And of course, you know, most people, they don't want to change their themes, they don't want to mess about with new page builders. So you're in a unique position with developers' rights. You can animate their sites for them, so you can put Animatio on their sites and you can animate any page they like for them, and you know, it's going to take you next to no time to do it, and charge what you like. So take a look at all the details under this video. You'll find everything that's included, so you'll see all the details under this video. Scroll down. This is a limited offer, so snap it up quickly. And if you've ever wondered you know, what on earth developers' rights is for, and what you can use it for, and what's the point, well, this really is the point. You can flip those sites, you can run Animatio as a service, animate other people's sites for them, charge whatever you like, and you can start doing it today.